I am 75 years old. And for half of my life, I have carried a secret I never had the courage to tell. Not because it was small, but because it was too heavy. Some secrets don't make a sound. They live in the silence, in avoided glances, in the words that never left the mouth. I always thought I would have time. Time to explain. Time to ask for forgiveness. Time to make things right. Today, finally, I decided to tell the truth. But the truth has something cruel about it. It doesn't wait. Before continuing this story, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. Here, we share real and profound stories about life, time, choices, and the feelings we often keep only to ourselves. If you've ever felt like you left something important for later, this story is for you. Now, take a deep breath and come with me. When I was 25, I believed that time was infinite. I had plans, strength, urgency, and pride. A lot of pride. It was during that time that I made the mistake that would change my entire life. It wasn't something violent. It wasn't a crime. It was something silent, and for that very reason, so destructive. I let someone go without fighting, without explaining, without saying how I truly felt. At that moment, I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought silence would protect everyone. But silence never protects. It only postpones the pain. Every day, I told myself, I'll talk later. When things calm down, I'll explain. There is time. And so, days turned into months. Months turned into years. And the years turned into a lifetime. The secret didn't stay stuck in the past. It grew with me. It grew when I got married, when I had children, when I grew old. On the outside, my life seemed normal. On the inside, something was always missing. In happy moments, there was guilt. In difficult moments, there was regret. I watched the world move on, while my heart remained trapped in that day that never ended. At night, I often rehearsed the words. But when the sun rose, I swallowed it all back down. Fear was greater than courage. Silence charges high interest. It pushes people away. It creates invisible walls. And it leaves questions without answers. I lost opportunities for reconciliation. I lost conversations that never happened. I lost hugs I never gave. And, little by little, I got used to the idea that maybe it was better this way. But deep down, I knew it wasn't. Time is strange. It doesn't knock on the door. It doesn't ask for permission. It simply passes. One day you are too young to worry. The next, you realize the years ran faster than you imagined. That's how it was for me. I always thought I would have another chance. Another meeting. Another conversation. Another right moment. But the right moment never arrives when we wait too long. As the years passed, I began to notice small changes. My body no longer responded as it used to. Friends began to disappear, one by one. Some moved away. Others left forever. And that's when something inside me started to tighten. I realized that time was no longer on my side. That what I had pushed away for decades was now demanding my attention. The nights grew longer. The silence, heavier. And the past, more present than ever. I asked myself how many opportunities were left. And the answer frightened me. Maybe a few. Maybe none. In that moment, I understood something painful. Not telling the truth is also a choice. And every choice has consequences. The decision to tell the truth didn't come suddenly. It formed slowly, like a pain that grows in silence. For years, I avoided thinking about it. But now, at 75, there was nowhere left to run. The secret was wearing me out. Not my body, my soul. There came a day when I woke up with a strange feeling. As if something inside me said, either you speak now, or never again. I sat on the edge of the bed. I stayed there for long minutes, staring at nothing, thinking of everything that could go wrong. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of discovering it was too late. But there was an even greater fear. The fear of dying and taking with me words that needed to be said. That was when I decided, even if it hurt, even if it changed nothing, I needed to speak. Not to be forgiven, but to be honest at least once. Returning to the past isn't simple. It's not just in places. It's in smells, sounds, memories. Every step I took seemed to wake dormant memories. Old laughter, unresolved arguments, moments that never truly ended. I felt my heart heavy, my hands trembling, but I kept going. I had waited 50 years for that moment. I couldn't back down now. As I walked, I wondered how many times pride made me choose silence. How many times I could have changed everything with a single sentence. But the past doesn't answer questions. It only watches. And there, on that path, I realized the greatest weight wasn't the secret itself. It was the lost time. When I finally reached where I needed to be, something hit me like a silent blow. Life had moved on. Without me. Without my explanations. Without my truth. People had changed. Stories had ended. And some doors would never be opened again. I discovered that while I was waiting for the perfect moment, the world didn't wait. That's when I understood something cruel. Time doesn't freeze feelings. It transforms them. What was once pain became a memory. What was a weight became an absence. And I stood there, holding words that no longer had a destination. When I decided to speak, there was no rehearsal. There was no prepared speech. The words simply started to come out, as if they had been trapped for far too long. My voice trembled, not out of fear of what they would say, but from the weight of what I was about to release. Each sentence carried 50 years of silence, of sleepless nights, of conversations that never happened. I didn't try to justify myself. I didn't look for excuses. I just told the truth as it was. While I spoke, I realized something hard to accept. The truth doesn't land the same way for everyone. For me, it was liberation. For the one listening, it was just late information. There were no screams. There were no exaggerated tears. There was a deep, heavy silence, unlike anything I had ever felt. In that instant, I understood that some truths don't come to fix things. They come to close them. To close chapters that stayed open for too long. To close expectations that survived for years without nourishment. To close stories that time had already decided to end. When I finished speaking, I felt a strange relief. It wasn't complete peace. It was acceptance. I had finally said everything. Even knowing that now, it was already too late. After the truth was told, the questions came. Not questions asked aloud, but those that arise in the silence. What if I had spoken sooner? What if I had been braver? What if I had chosen love instead of fear? These what-ifs don't seek answers. They only serve to remind us of lost time. As the days went by, I realized that regret doesn't scream. It manifests subtly, in small thoughts, in sudden memories, in dreams that bring back people who are no longer here. I learned that the greatest weight is not the mistake itself, but the delay in acknowledging it. Time, when it passes, does not return opportunities. It only leaves lessons. And my lesson was harsh, but clear. Silence protects only fear, never the heart. Today, at 75, I understand something I wish I had learned much sooner. Time doesn't wait for you to be ready. It moves forward, taking with it people, moments, and unique chances. I learned that kept words age poorly. That unspoken feelings turn into regret. And that pride charges too high a price. Not all stories can be corrected. Some can only be understood after they end. If you've made it this far, it wasn't by chance. Maybe this story isn't about me. Maybe it's about you. About something you've been putting off. About words that have been stuck in your throat for too long. At 75, I've learned that the greatest regret isn't making a mistake. It's staying silent. Time doesn't ask permission to pass. It simply takes people, moments, and opportunities that never come back. And by the time we notice, later is already behind us. If there is someone you love, tell them today. If there is someone you need to forgive, try. If there is something that needs to be said, say it while there is still someone to listen. Don't wait for life to teach you the hard way, as it taught me. Learn from this story. Do not repeat the silence. If this message touched your heart, subscribe to the channel. Here, every story is a reminder that there is still time, as long as we are alive. And now, I ask you, if today were your last day, what would you still have the courage to say? Write it in the comments. Your answer could change your life, or the life of someone who reads it. Thank you for listening. And may you choose love, before it's too late.